On that note, we back with another video. I go by the name of Stealth, the producer. We got Doughboy Bush. We are continuing our 2025-2026 NBA preview with each team. We're going to break down each team and give you guys our thoughts on how we feel we're going to how we feel they're going to fare this coming NBA season. If this is your first time, please hit that sub button, like the video, comment, let us know what you think about the topic today, which is the Indiana Pacers. All right, so the Indiana Pacers are an interesting team because they were the team that represented the Eastern Conference in the finals last season. Now, just real quick, from my personal opinion, I do not feel like the best team in the East represented, the Eastern Conference. But you play who's in front of you, and in those moments, they played well, man. They had some crazy runs during those games, especially against the Knicks. The lucky bounce, I think it was game 1 in New York. That kind of set the tone for the whole series. And they got past the Knicks. And then they get to the finals and they push OKC. Did they push it? That was game 7, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
They pushed OKC to 7 games.
Yes, sir.
The Pacers are a prime example of hard work and good coaching, because to me, they didn't have all the talent in the world on paper. But when you look at paper, we always talk about, on paper, right? And this team doesn't really jump out at you on paper. But
right,
last season they figured something out, and they were, I would say the main thing is they were confident and they were well coached, very well coached. So I just kind of wanted to set that up. Doughboy, what are your thoughts on the Pacers coming into this season? What are your expectations? What do you think about the roster and so forth?
Well, like I said, to piggyback off what you said, they were a well-coached team last year. They were the surprise team in the NBA Eastern Conference when it came down to making a deep playoff run and actually getting to the NBA Finals. A very, very well-coached team with Rick Carlisle. This year, I just don't know if they're going to go ahead and have the same fire that they did last year. Yeah, I don't think so. You lose Haliburton, for the whole year to an ACL injury. You lost Miles Turner in free agency. So it's like who steps in? Who fills in for Haliburton? Who's going to go ahead and be the facilitator, but then also be, when it comes down to crunch time, you need a bucket or two. Who's going to be that leader to step up and help the Pacers win some close games? So with me, I'm just looking at this roster from top to bottom. Man, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I really don't see them getting past 35 games, man. It does not look good on their end. You know what? I could be wrong. No, but I just don't see it.
You know what? And I'm with you, like with your whole vibe right now with the Pacers. The problem for me is I felt that way about them last season. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
they proved me wrong. They proved me wrong. So here's what I think about the Pacers. I do think they're going to come into the season with confidence, because they're kind of like, man, we were 45 minutes away from winning the championship.
Right there.
If we had our guy, we probably would have won. So they're already coming in with confidence, feeling
definitely
like
chip on their shoulder,
probably feeling like, oh, we went through the Cavs, we went through the Knicks. They know, just like everybody else, that the Celtics don't look the same anymore. So they're probably coming in like, hey, they probably feel like front runners. When you have confidence and you're well coached, that could do a whole lot for you as a team.
I agree.
And as players, right? So we're talking about their star point guard, Tyrese Haliburton. I'm pretty sure he's going to be out the whole season because of the Achilles. Don't really see him coming back this season. So that leaves us with probably Andrew Nembhard,
and TJ.
Starting. I think Nembhard's going to start. TJ, they like TJ off the bench. His spark, he's like that spark off the bench. But I do look for
the center position with Miles Turner gone.
But I do look for guys to step up, like Obi Toppin. He's really surprised me in that playoff run.
Yes,
he looked really good in that playoff run. He was knocking on that 3 consistently. He was rebounding.
Yes,
he looks like. Look for him to be most improved, but
six man.
Look for him to be possibly most improved player, especially if he starts, because like you just mentioned, right? No more Miles Turner.
Nope.
He's 6'9", 220, a little undersized at the 5. But when you look across the wide aspect of the league, a lot of these centers aren't really that big anymore.
Aren't that big no more. Yeah,
you know what I mean? So you might can get
one.
away with Obi Toppin at your 5. So
now Pascal, huh?
No. Pascal, no, he's not a 5 at all. Pascal, he's like a 3-4. You know, Pascal, he's not a 5 at all. 6'8", yeah, like he's not a 5.
Okay.
So I can see maybe Toppin. If not, I doubt that they throw Wiseman out there as a 5, the starting 5 right now. He's gonna get a lot of run though, because if you look at the roster, I think he's the only you got Tony Bradley. He's not gonna start.
Yeah.
Look for Obi Toppin to maybe be that small 5.
Okay.
Stretch the floor, can hit the 3, run the floor, and he's going to be a matchup problem for a lot of teams. I like the rookie. What I've been seeing, I don't know if they're going to play him a lot, but the Johnny Furphy.
I was just looking at him.
I've been seeing highlights.
Yeah.
I've been seeing tape. He looked confident. I liked him in Summer League. Yeah. Look out for him. I didn't know he was 6'9". So
yes, he is.
He's 6'9", 200 pounds. So he's like a tall wing. That's gonna be interesting for the Pacers. So I'm looking.
We're about to see what he does in the preseason. I'm curious to see what he's
for sure.
And
so
we
got to check that out in the next few days, next coming weeks. Bennedict Mathurin, look for him to be probably your main scorer if you're the Pacers. I think he'll probably start. Good shooter, athletic, confident guy. And you still got the other guys. You still got Nesmith. You still got Ben Shepherd. You still got, like we said, Obi Toppin. They have DeLon right now from the Knicks. He came over to the Pacers.
Yep, sure do.
Scrappy team, man. I'm not going to sit here and say no playoffs. I think they make the playoffs.
No, yeah. I feel like they'll be a play-in team for sure.
I think they could be. I don't think a play-in. I think top.
Oh, you think
top 6,
top 5,
top 6.
Oh, okay. That says a lot. So then if you're saying top 6, they're winning more than 30 games then.
Yeah. I could see him around 40, 41, 42-ish.
So give about 10, 12 more games?
Maybe 44, 45.
Okay.
I mean, again, we talk about the confidence, right? We talk about the confidence, and we talk about the Eastern
Conference. They got something to build on.
We talk about the Eastern Conference.
The Eastern Conference not being really good. Yeah.
You talk about playing teams like the Celtics 4 times who aren't the same.
Yeah.
You talk about some of those bottom tier teams who but there are other teams getting better. We're going to talk about the Hawks, the Pistons, the Magic. You have the Sixers who are going to get a lot of guys back. So
come back, back healthy.
The East is going to look a little different, but I think the Pacers are still going to be formidable out there. They're still going to win games. I think they're going to be competitive. NBA Finals again.
I was going to give them a play-in team, man. Finals, nah. I don't see it happening unless Tyrese was still playing. If Tyrese was playing and he was able to start during the season, then I would go ahead and give them a chance of possibly going back and doing it again, just based on because of what they've already built, and they know they're bringing back majority of the same guys outside of just like I said, Haliburton being hurt, and then Miles being gone now. But like you said, Rick Carlisle's there. He's got the boys playing, good coach, so he's gonna have them boys feeling like they can go ahead and get right back. And
here's the thing about them too. The reason what makes them formidable and they're still going to be competitive, their style of play, bro, they play so fast and not even just in speed. I'm talking with intention of their screens, their passes, the spots these guys are, they're supposed to be in. They play extremely fast and they're a smart team.
They play defense too.
They play defense.
If
you play defense, you're fast.
Yes.
I mean,
give yourself a chance.
They score a lot of buckets in transition. You give yourself a shot. Exactly. So,
you do.
I'm not going to say NBA Finals, but I do see playoffs, and I do see a competitive team this year, even without Tyrese Haliburton. Because here's the thing about Tyrese Haliburton: really good player, but he's not. When you lose a guy like that, it's like you're losing a high B tier player, like a B plus player. Okay. You're not losing a Giannis. You're not losing a Steph Curry. You're not losing a Durant and a guy like that. A really good player, but you got guys that can kind of, all right, well, Tyrese is out. Okay. We don't got our guy, but we have enough guys to kind of fill in for him, for that role. Does that make sense?
Makes sense.
So I don't feel like he's going to be you're gonna miss him for sure, but he's not
super. You're gonna miss him.
You're not gonna miss a superstar. He's not like a superstar that you're gonna miss. And Tyrese had a lot of duds, a lot of games, a lot of duds.
we talked about that. We definitely talked about that last time, and we talked about that during the season.
A part of his thing is like inconsistency. But
yeah,
just
he definitely does play inconsistent.
Outside of him not playing this season, I am interested to see how he comes back from this Achilles, whether it be late this season or next season. I'm interested to see how he comes. The type of player.
My thing is, let me ask you this: if you are a play-in team, or you are 1 through 6, and he doesn't have, barring no setbacks,
he's coming back.
Rehab. Do you feel like you go ahead and let him come back and come play?
I think physically he'll probably be ready and probably be clear to play April.
Okay.
Because he popped it in June. That's what I'm saying. These guys are recovering so quickly now.
But the surgeries are definitely are a lot.
And then
different
but I think now because the doctors are great now. But even like post surgery, like the training, like because a lot of times we have injuries like this, trainers and doctors, they learn more about like, okay, what works and what doesn't when it comes to speeding up recovery and things like that.
Yeah.
And preventing risk of rupturing again. So
yeah.
I can see him if they make the playoffs. I can see him coming back for the playoffs.
Okay,
I could see that. So, so my final analysis for this team, I see a competitive team. I don't see finals, but I see playoffs. Okay. I see a competitive playoff, team that could maybe upset somebody depending on their seeding again. Maybe like one round, but I don't see them like
nothing more than that.
Nah, nothing like that. Good team though. Good team.
I'll give you that. I'm right there with you. I'll definitely say play in 6, 7 spot, if not playing.
Okay.
I definitely do see them possibly ruining somebody's hopes and chances of being.
I mean, real with you though, I can go as high as 5. I can see them being like 5th.
Okay. You know what? And the crazy part about it, I wouldn't be mad at that.
I can see it be like that.
Just because of the fact of the Eastern Conference, and then so many players being hurt, and
I'll be real. See, the 2
players
teams
leaving and stuff like that too.
It depends on like those other teams that we always kind of expect to be there. How's Philly gonna look? How's Milwaukee gonna look without a point guard? You know what I mean? How's Miami gonna look? You know what I mean? We always kind of expect them to kind of like hang around, like how they. So some of those teams, they might kind of. So we'll see, but I feel like they're going to be steady. They're going to be a really steady, competitive team. So that's what I think about the Pacers. So, any final thoughts on them?
I'm right there with you. I agree with you as far as like them making the playoffs or being a play-in team, and like I said, man, probably ruining somebody's chances of getting to the finals that you would think they would get to. The finals,
like maybe like
because they got beat by them.
Because say they're like a 4 or 5 team, and they're 5, they're playing 4. They could probably beat the 4 team. Now, as they move on, I don't think they'll beat the better teams, especially if they see the Knicks again. The Knicks are not losing to this. They're the Knicks, Cavs. If they play the Cavs,
not this time around.
If they play the Cavs or the Knicks again,
the Cavs neither. No,
those 2 teams are not going to allow the Pacers to beat them this because they know they should have won last year. They know they should have.
Yes, I agree,
man. Definitely. So that's our breakdown. A very brief, quick breakdown of what we expect from the Indiana Pacers. I go by the name of Stealth, the producer, Doughboy Bush. Hey, man, wherever you get your podcasts, whether it be on Spotify, Amazon, the podcast app on your iPhone, check us out, man. All Net No Rim. Just search us and you will find us. We will be on there. So, if you're not on YouTube or whatever, you're, what I'm saying, working out, you're driving, you can put our pod on the phone. Connect us to your car and listen to us that way. Working out in your AirPods, you can check us out. So, man, just follow us, like the pod on there. It goes a long way. So we can reach more people and get this thing really popping, man. All Net No Rim. Again, Stealth, Doughboy. We're gonna get Teddy White back in here real soon, maybe for the next video. So, what I'm saying, expect that soon as well. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow us on the podcast, your podcast apps, and we will get back at y'all with the next team. Let's go.